the consignment was transported from Durban to Johannesburg?
Yes, we confirm.
Okay, and then in the position, because it's 5 years now since 2021, maybe 4 years and some months to complete 5 years. In the position that you are as the divisional head of intelligence, can I assume that you know those people who, or any person who would have been in that position before you? Can I assume that those officials who offloaded the consignment and transported it from Durban to Johannesburg are known in the SAPS or to the authorities? Can I make that assumption?
Yes, we can make that assumption, Honorable Chair.
And then are those officials still in the employ of the SAPS?
It's very possible, Honorable Chair.
Okay. Yeah, it's a very, very difficult one. Yeah. Okay, no, it's fine. Let's move to the next point. And this one here was made by yourself when you were responding to some questions raised by Honorable Sangun. You say that we have picked a lot of people that have interacted with Mr. Matala on exchange of money. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Among those people that you have picked are the SAPS officials?
That is correct, Honorable Chair.
And amongst those SAPS officials, would there be those that would have received money from Mr. Matala?
That is correct.
And these officials, in the position where you are, or anybody who would have been in this position that you currently are incumbent, would have reported to the SAPS authorities that, because my assumption is that when you do intelligence work, you don't do it for yourself or your family. You don't compile reports. There is somewhere where those reports go. And obviously the authorities that are reported to have this information about these officials who transported a cocaine consignment from Durban to Johannesburg, they know about another set of officials who will call and say, hey, Menier man, hey, go to Shenyana, Moman. And then the authorities know about these activities, to your knowledge, or are there still reports that are being compiled which will be sent for the attention of the authorities? For sure, my assumption is that in part or in parts, some information has already gone through to the authorities.
That's what I can confirm, Honorable Chair, that from our investigation that we're busy with, based on my statement that the chairperson referred to, there are reports that have been submitted already on some of the individuals to the respective principals.
Now, let me talk to your conscience now, because when she asked you a question here about any possibilities or prospects of you working together in the SAPS, you said, yeah, no, we still have a chance that we can work together. Out of conscience, let's say you put a helmet of integrity on your head and a badge of conscience on your chest. Can you walk into a boardroom of the SAPS and draw a strategic plan for the SAPS with me that you know that this is a confirmed criminal?
It has been happening like that, Chairperson.
I want to know, can you walk conscientiously into that boardroom? Look, the reports are there with the authorities. it might have been you or your predecessor or any other person. You have compiled reports to say this is what is happening. We have evidence. We present it before you. Then an honorable member of parliament said, General Khumalo, is there still an opportunity for you as the leadership of the SAPS to work together and salvage this institution and make it an institution of choice or a servant of the people of South Africa? You said yes. So now, as a conscious citizen or an employee working for a government that seeks to achieve developmental objectives, how do you consciously walk into a lion's den? You know there is a mother, a voiceless mother, vulnerable, who does not have anybody to stand for her. With the information that you have, you know who killed her child. And the person who killed that child or people who are in cahoots with those criminals, they sit at the highest echelon and plan a strategic, what do you call this, APP, an annual performance plan of a department, and say this is how we are going to fight crime as the SAPS in the country. How do you, General Khumalo, how do you consciously walk in such corridors?
Thank you, Chair. What makes me to respond positively was because one looks at these processes that are currently on and the stance that some of us have taken, that if we can then resolve these issues and we remove those that we have identified as being then on that other wrong side, we are still positive that we can turn the corner.
I'm asking you the last two questions. First of the last will be, how long, or based on your observation or assessment of the way the SAPS currently operates, how long, if we were to leave everything to yourselves as the SAPS without any intervention from the executive or parliament, how long would it take for the SAPS to deal with these rogue elements within itself? Or is there any opportunity that by itself, without anybody's intervention, is there any opportunity that the SAPS can deal with these virulent elements?
It's not easy to determine the timelines, Honorable Chair, because it's a process. If the matter has to follow the criminal route, we have been talking to the criminal justice system, and there are these parallel structures throughout the criminal justice system that are created. So it won't be easy for one to determine, because it's not about SAPS having all the powers. From the side of using the internal disciplinary procedures, it needs the SAPS top management to prioritize that and work on it. It won't come with the results overnight. As I made an example of our division currently, that is not.
But okay, let me speak like a member of the public who is looking for justice. Does is it possible that within the SAPS, the people who killed Babita Deokaran are known?
Within the SAPS, it's possible.
Is it possible that the people who killed within the SAPS?
Yes, it's possible.
Or officials of the SAP, it is possible that one of the officials of the SAPS knows who killed Babita Deokaran?
It's possible, Chair.
And is it possible that within the SAPS, there is an official who knows the people who killed Witness D?
It's possible.
Is it possible that within the SAPS, there is an official who knows the people who killed DJ Waras?
Very possible again, Chair.
And many other victims whose names are not being mentioned.
Yes.
Is it possible that there could have been SAPS officials involved in the murders of those victims?
Looking at the.
You have just mentioned the murder of Swart,
Yes.
that there was an SAPS official involved.
That's exactly why my response has been a yes, because I was saying, looking at our experiences, in one of the cases, I think there are about 3 or 4 cases, political related cases in KZN, we had 2 members of the shift that was hired as
Like the case of Sindiso Makaka.
Yes.
Where you say that the gun that was used to kill him comes from crime intelligence.
It's all those experiences that makes one to respond positive on your questions, Chairperson.
Okay. So my last question to you would be then to say, in the light of the picture that you have presented before us, the shenanigans that happen within the police officials themselves, and the escalating levels of crime where the onslaught against the public goes unabated. And with the seemingly state of paralysis that is there in the SAPS, because it's like it has been disabled. It can't arrest criminals, but it knows who the criminals are. What are the recommendations that you are making before this House of Parliament? That if the following were to be done, we think we can get the SAPS right, whether in terms of legislative interventions, in terms of policy, operational, daily operations, anything. What are the strategic interventions that you think can be done to help the SAPS to be an institution of choice for the people of South Africa?
Thank you, Chair. Is firstly, according to my opinion, is to continue cleaning out the rogue elements uniformly so within the whole SAPS, so as then we can be able to start to have a clean SAPS that is going to focus on the same goals, other than the current moment where we have all these problems that are related to issues of integrity. And in terms of oversight, I will also, that's why I was reluctant to answer the question that talks to what is it that SAPS alone can do, because there is a need also for the strengthening of the oversight without duplicating, but strengthening it such that then it's able then to give the proper strategic overview of whatever activities that are taking place within SAPS.
But how manifest is this to the provinces? Do you have what is being depicted here at national level? Does it have manifestations at subnational level?
It's possible, but one then is not having the picture currently, but it's very possible.